Hello and welcome to this week's weekly forecast for week commencing the 6th of June 2022. Monday the 6th is the 6/6 portal, and this year it's a 666 portal. Now I have done quite a long and in-depth video about this, which I will link to above for you to check out, because there are some very important themes coming up around this time, and I think we're going to see a lot of them reflected in this week's reading as well. So we're going to start with the overview of the week, which I've already laid out ahead of you. Then we will go day by day with a spiritual guidance message at the end. So let's dive on in. Okay, so this week as a whole, interesting, we got the 6 showing up. Okay, yes, 6, we get the point. 6 is a very strong theme. And we've got the 59, 14, 5 as well as the starfish spirit. So we've got starfish, open to infinite possibility, 6 changes unavoidable, and 23, 5 nourish. So there's a reminder here, a very powerful reminder that nothing ever stays the same, nothing stays static. And I think we're going to see evidence of this this week, because we're going to start to see some major shifts, some major changes, because up until now the people who called themselves the elites, the Illuminati, the powers that should not be, whatever you want to call them, they thought they could get away with anything, and that's about to change. It's very much about to change the more we move into the age of Aquarius. And I think on this 6/6 portal on Monday, or this 666 portal, it's going to be abundantly clear. We're really going to see some stuff, some shit starting to hit the fan, and I think that's going to be the theme this week. But what we're reminded of this week is that anything is possible. It doesn't matter how bad it looks right now. Good things are possible, better things are possible, anything's possible. So stay open. Don't assume it's all going to get worse just because it seems to be headed in that trajectory right now. Don't assume that, and don't manifest it by focusing on that thought. Take care of yourself, take care of your body, your mind, your spirit. Nourish your body, nourish your mind, nourish your emotions. Take care. Self-care is a very strong theme this week, because change is unavoidable. It's that Pluto, Scorpio energy of death and taxes are the only things that that are going to happen in life. Everything else, well, who knows what's going to happen. Everything is going to change. The snake is shedding his skin here. He's going from this grey blue colour to this very vital orange, brown, red. And there's going to be great change, and I think that's going to be very obvious this week. So we must take care of ourselves. Take time out, take time to rest, take time to take care of your body. Do what you need to do to get ready for this next phase, because there are big things coming, and we're going to need the rest. So let's move on and have a look at Monday now. So Monday's cards, we have 58, Stag Spirit. We have number 2, Be Patient. And we have 35, Light Beings. Okay. Now I'm recognising a theme here. We've had these 2 cards recently for sure. I think we've probably had the Stag Spirit as well last week, I think. Very strong themes coming through and repeating themselves on Monday. So it seems as though the message on Monday, I want to say, is that yes, we manifest our own future. Yes, we are co-creating with spirit, but it doesn't happen overnight. We do need that element of patience. We've got to wait for the energy to filter down through all of our chakras, for the physical to catch up with the mental, the emotional and the spiritual. Like I'm always saying, the physical is always the last part to catch up. Yes, you're doing your manifesting work. Yes, you're praying or manifesting whatever you want, but it takes time. So hang on in there. But don't think that you have to give up. You are still in charge of your life. You are still a sovereign being. Very strong reminder for Monday that you are a sovereign being. You must not give up. You must continue to take the lead in your life. Very important. And that is the only thing that's going to bring true change to this world, is when we all take responsibility for our lives and our choices and our changes. And we look at it, comes in on this 58. So the 58, the mind can believe that nothing changes. But at the same time, we've got 58, 13, 4. So it's a very transformative number, and it gives us the opportunity to actually consciously change things by taking the driver's seat in your own life. But it does take time. So be very gentle with yourself, because I think Monday's energy feels quite turbulent to me. There's also a message from star beings, from the, from other planets or other dimensions here. There's a lot of support coming through on that 35-8. And I would say there's a reminder that we're not alone in the universe. We never were. We never would be. And we're not separate from God either. We are not separate from the divine. We are light beings. Just like, you might think higher dimensional beings or angels are light beings. No, we're light beings too. We just forgot about that because we came down to this planet to have this bizarre experience of being human beings. And it is bizarre. It's so strange sometimes, isn't it? It feels quite alien to me some days. I really wonder what I'm doing here. But we are here to experience all of this. And I think that reminder will come very much through on Monday. So if you're faced with challenges on Monday, if you're feeling very disempowered, which is quite possible, you may be feeling disempowered, disappointed, like nothing you do makes any difference, maybe feeling like you want to give up, maybe thinking, well, there's no point me trying to manifest things. It doesn't work. It's not going to happen. The status quo will remain the status quo forever. There's nothing I can do about it. Really not true. Hang on in there, hang on in there. Everything will change. We just have to be a little bit patient to see the changes. So moving on to Tuesday now, we have number 57, Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. Number 16, Heed the Messengers. And 39, Variance. There we go. Tuesday is all about vibration. Fascinating. So it may be a connection for you with sound healing, with singing, with music, with mantra, but it's all about the vibration of sound on Tuesday. I feel there's a very strong message coming through about that and how we can manifest, change and grow our world. I want to say grow the world with sound. So please do keep that belief in yourself, because Monday's a very challenging day. So again, on Tuesday, the reminder is coming through to be a little bit courageous. Throw the nut. Throw the nut at someone you don't like or don't agree with or think should not have that seat in public office. Throw the nut, see what happens. There's a bit of a daring energy on Tuesday. It dares us to break away. It dares us to step outside of the box and to point out that the emperor has no clothes on. And I think that could be very, very interesting indeed. There's a lot of wisdom coming through again from the higher realms on Tuesday and reminding us that sometimes when the world is changing around us for the better, sometimes it can look like absolute chaos, and we have to stay tuned in to our guides, to our angels, to our higher abilities, our intuition, and to our gut as well, to remember that actually great change and great positive events can actually begin by looking very negative and very frightening. So we mustn't be afraid. It's time to stand up now. The squirrel's reminding us, throw the nut, I dare you. And then on this 39, Variance is that reminder of sound and energy and vibration, which creates the world. That's where it came from. Go to the book of Genesis. In the beginning was the Word. Yes, it's the vibration, it's the sound. And I think we may actually uncover some more information this week about sound, how it works. There's already the work of Dr. Emoto, his work on water molecules and how they were affected by people saying different statements to them. I highly recommend looking that up if you haven't already heard of his work. Very, very interesting indeed. But again, I think it's a good reminder that it's good to have positive affirmations. And a lot of people say, oh, well, it's really woo-woo rubbish. It doesn't work. I feel stupid saying it. Yes, but vibrationally, what are you doing by saying it? Vibrationally, what are you creating by saying those positive statements, those positive words? And it might be that you don't necessarily have to say words in English. You don't even have to speak your own language. You could speak a mantra which will help to manifest healing or peace or whatever it is that you're looking for. Go to the ancient languages, the older languages, if that's what resonates for you. I put a little emphasis on the word resonate there. I think my spirit guide's playing a little joke by giving me that word, but literally what resonates for you, because that's what you should be doing. Tuesday is all about being your true self. What resonates for you? On a very practical sense, it may mean actually breaking some rules and standing up and being counted. So let's move on to Wednesday now. We have number 64, Wasp Spirit. Number 35, Seek the Lesson. If I can fit it on here, we have number 2, Awakening. Wow, that's very, very intuitive cards here. Very beautiful, very intuitive. Really bringing through a powerful message for Wednesday here. I just want to sit with this energy, just have a look at it, just gaze at it for a moment and see where it takes you. And I would encourage everyone to do that. This is why I've changed the format. I don't sit in front of the camera anymore. I show you the cards. I want you to gaze at them, see what comes through for you, because you'll be able to pull through additional messages for yourself, which are appropriate to you and just you, as well as the information that I can give you, that I pick up here, that my guides are helping me with. So Wednesday, wow. Intuition and awakening. And number 2, also the High Priestess from the Tarot. Wow, this is a very, very intuitive day. The wolf is a very intuitive animal. And he teaches us how to get back in contact with our wild self. And I think that's going to be the lesson on Wednesday. The wasp spirit now, sometimes life stings, it says. Yes, it does. Coming in on a 64, 10-1, so very transformational energy there. And it could be that your world is being rocked by somebody's desire. It could be that your heart rocks your world on a 64. It could be that your heart makes a decision, or is not able to make a decision because the world says no, and that can be very, very painful. But tune into your intuition if you have disappointments on Wednesday. If it's a difficult day, there may be a reason for that. It may be that spirit or the universe have a better idea for you. It may be a day where you face failure or difficulty or just some unnecessary, unpleasant challenges, I'm afraid. So just hang on in there. Try and tap into the more spiritual lessons that you can actually glean from every single situation, because they're always there and they can really help you to take a step back and see things in a more calm way, and actually see the point in things as well, because it can be so difficult, can't it, when difficult things happen to us. I think it's a very good day for spiritual practice, prayer and meditation. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going out on Wednesday. I think it's more of a day to stay home if you can, meditate, commune with your guides, your spirit guides, with your angels. Reach out to the angels and ask them to actually teach you and show you what the lessons are that you need to be learning right now. So you can possibly avoid some of the difficulties. If you can learn the lesson, you may not need to experience them, or you may not need to experience them again. So it may be on Wednesday that it'd be a really good day for counselling, actually. You'd probably have lots of aha moments on Wednesday, and you may not even need to go through the lessons again, because you might actually see the answer for yourself. You may be able to avoid yourself some pain if you can listen to the wisdom coming through on Wednesday. So, interesting day. Yeah, try not to get in trouble. I said, try not to get in trouble. It's not the same energy as when the squirrel was saying, yeah, throw the nut. Wednesday, yeah, stay away from the fray. Stay away from the arguments and the people who aren't happy, because it's just there's a lot of conflict around on Wednesday, and I think it's best to stay out of it because it won't be helpful. So, Thursday we have 24, the electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Ooh, it's a bit Frankenstein. Okay, 10, embrace the feminine. Very, very beautiful feminine image here with the lovely pregnant belly. And 7, nothing has gone wrong. Wonderful. And I always pause when I see that card, because it's such a beautiful reminder that no matter how terrible everything seems in life, no matter how terrifying, actually it's okay, nothing's gone wrong. Everything's all right. We're all right. You're all right. Okay. On a soul level, nothing can ever go wrong. Everything is perfect at all times. But we come here to this 3D video game, if you want to call it that, this bizarre incarnation that we come to learn these difficult lessons of change, of transformation, of suffering, pain, death, jealousy, difficulty, sadness, grief. And it is a fascinating place that we come to, and that's why we have the full gamut of experiences, the dark and the light, because they all serve a purpose. They are all part of the one, because nothing can be separate from the one. Nothing can be separate from God. Nothing can be separate from the divine. Okay, we can believe that we are, but we are not, and we cannot ever be, and that is the real truth, in my opinion. So this is a wonderful day for beginning new projects, or for taking things a step further, bringing things literally to life. And this is the pregnancy, this is creating the new. But it comes in on a very transformative 10 and a master builder number, 24-6. So 246 wow, we could see some very big changes in the world, I think, today. Very, very big changes on Thursday. The potential is there. It's an exciting but wise energy, I think. And what you see going on around you in the world, try to remain philosophical about it. Try not to freak out if you see some things happening and you think, oh no, that's terrible. Oh, I can't believe they're letting that happen. I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe governments, politicians are doing that. Oh, isn't it dreadful? Try to get out of, oh, isn't it dreadful? And stay with, it's okay, it's all part of a bigger plan. Now, that doesn't mean that we should be idle and do nothing. Of course, we should do what we need to do and what we can do to help other people and to always do the right thing. You know, we should not be passive sheep and just let life happen to us. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am trying to say is to bring in some reassurance for us all that everything happens as it is meant to. Yes, we do have some choices in there as well. It's not a case of this is your fate and there's nothing you can do about it. It's not quite like that. We do have choices and decisions that we can make too. We are empowered. But the universe is perfect, and it is always perfect, no matter what, no matter how terrible it looks. I find it reassuring to remember that sometimes, that it's okay, nothing's actually gone wrong. Our lifetime will be what it is. But right now we have an opportunity to create something new. So I think this could be about new political systems. It could be about new systems in society. It could be new groups forming to actually make the world a better place. But people coming from a place of wisdom, kindness as well. It's a very, very kind and loving energy, very watery, emotional energy, and the natural goddess energy. So it's very intuitive, very soft, this creational energy here. This is not hard, masculine creative energy. This is gentle, feminine creative energy. So I think the changes would be towards something more positive and intuitive rather than something more strict or structured. It feels less structured. It feels more emotional and intuitive. So be interesting to see where that goes on Thursday. And on an individual level, it could be that you're inspired to do something artistic, for example, or to spend time in nature, to nurture your garden, nurture yourself and your body, or to bring in a new community project where there's collaboration, cooperation, where people are genuinely helping each other, coming together in a spirit of true harmony and genuinely wanting to help your fellow man, not just doing it so that you can look good to the next person. So there is that possibility as well. So very interesting energy, very nice energy that we can tap into there. I think we can do a lot with that. So try to stay positive no matter how it looks. So we will move on to Friday now. Friday we have number 8, the Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Yes, it is. I have to stroke cats when I see them. We have number 48, Wash Away Your Burdens. And we have number 9, Soul Journey. There we go, just move those up here so you can see them. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's a very mysterious energy. Following on from the very kind of intuitive, mysterious energy we had on Thursday, Friday has a real sense of mystery about it as well. But it's an interesting one because there is a feeling of actually letting go of some karma, letting go of some difficulties on this 48, Wash Away Your Burdens. Now, 48 is completion of karmic contract. So it could be that we're done with this lesson. We can let go of something that we don't need anymore. It could be that we're letting go, like I said, of a political system, of a system of society. It could be something on a very individual level that we're getting rid of, that we don't need anymore. We're letting go of a relationship, a pattern, a toxic partner, whatever it is. We can let go of that now. And I think there will be tears with this one because it's very watery, very emotional with these cute little green frogs here, the green and pink of the heart and higher heart. And there are actually tears coming off this person, although she is smiling. So it's not a bad thing that's happening to her, but there is grief, I feel, on Friday. I think there is a need to let go of some things. There is definitely a need to... I want to say to purge, actually. There's a need to purge some emotions. Normally when we let go, it's it's like a clearing, isn't it? But this feels more like a purge, so it might be a little bit less comfortable, shall we say. It may be crying, it may be literally physically being sick or ill, or, you know, vomiting or something as we have these emotional clearings. But there's something big going on this whole week, and I said that at the beginning. It's very, very big, and it is very much connected to our individual soul journey and our collective soul path as well here on that very, very wise 9 here. It is interesting that there's definitely going to be reminders around on Friday that some aspects of life are just extremely mysterious. There could be some bizarre revelations on Friday. There could be some strange discoveries on Friday about things in the natural world or about our history that we'd forgotten, for example. There's a lot coming to the fore right now that was hidden when we were in this very restrictive age of Pisces that we're just coming out of. So keep an eye on the press, I think. Perhaps not the mainstream so much, but it may be in the mainstream, just things being uncovered. Keep an eye to see what's being uncovered and what's being let go of there. As the dogma subsides, then the truth can come bubbling back up to the surface. So I think that's going to be a very interesting day. So let's move on to Saturday now. Okay, Saturday we have first card, number 9, the brown bear spirit. Take time out. Don't mind if I do. Again, it's that resting theme that we've got this week. There is definitely going to be a need to rest, to prioritize self-care, because that very, very difficult 666 portal on Monday. So our second card is 46, time to reflect. And our last card is number 16, ask your soul. Beautiful. Some very beautiful colours there as well, beautiful rainbow colours. Very intuitive, powerful colours to me with these two cards, the yellows and golds and the red and the purples as well. The sort of very spiritual kind of magentas, purples. These are colours of the higher chakras that can actually enable great spiritual experiences and spiritual growth, I want to say. So Saturday, whew, yeah, I think we're going to need a rest. I feel like it's going to be an exhausted Saturday, but a very spiritual Saturday as well. So much is going to have happened, I think, over the week that we will kind of need to take some time out, literally, like the bear is telling us. Take some time out for spiritual reflection, I think, and to really look at what's happened. Goodness me, to self-reflect. I think that's very important here, to self-reflect, but also to reflect, to meditate, pray, you know, communicate with God, with your guides, however you do it. There is this 16 which suggests that the edifice is really tumbling down at the moment. So a lot of things may have happened that were really beyond our control during this week. And I think we're going to need to find some meaning and keep hold of that meaning. Those of us that have our spiritual connection still intact, that we're not completely disconnected from it. And I imagine that's you if you're watching this video, otherwise you wouldn't be watching it. We know that we are fully supported by the spiritual realms, by God, by heaven. We are never alone. And it doesn't matter what you call the divine. I say God just for ease of reference, shall we say. I could equally say goddess, I could say great spirit, I could say creator. It wouldn't really matter. But we are never, ever disconnected from our source. And I think we're really going to need to tap into those spiritual resources on Saturday, just to really make sense of the day, to make sense of the week, the year, everything that we've been through. I feel there's going to be quite a lot of reflection over the last 6 months as well on Saturday as well. So have a look at the astrology on Saturday. I'm not an astrologer, as I always say, so do look it up and see if you can get an extra dimension of information there, because that would be very, very interesting for your personal astrology specifically. But on this number 9 brown bear card, very, very wise. There's a lot of wisdom coming through, like we had the 9 of the soul journey. It's the wisdom, it's the hermit, it's the spiritual teacher that leads us forward. And the spiritual teacher is already within you, but you won't be able to hear it if you're running around like a headless chicken doing things in the 3D. So take some time out, take some time to reflect. Water would be very helpful, I think, on Saturday, if you can have a bath or go swimming, maybe in a natural lake or stream or river, if that's possible for you. Water is going to be very healing, or even in the sea, in the ocean. For me, it's the sea. I'm not near any oceans. Yeah, and just see what comes to you, because I think there'll be a lot of internal revelation, I think, on Saturday. So it's going to be an interesting day. So let's move on to Sunday. Let's just take a look, see what's going on there. Sunday we have number 18, the Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. We have number 7, do not fear the unknown. And we have 41, Soul Song. That's a very, very gentle energy, but also a very mysterious one. So it's interesting because 18 is the moon in the tarot, isn't it? 18 is a very mysterious number. It's the occult, but it's coming in with this very gentle, almost naive, childlike deer spirit that's so gentle. You know, deers aren't stupid. They're very intelligent, they're very intuitive, but the deer is coming in, I feel, to help us to understand that there's nothing to fear from what we call a cult. It just means hidden. That's all it means. So I think Sunday is a very interesting day for spiritual study and occult study in particular. I think we can get a lot out of the day. There's a lot of wisdom. I feel there's going to be a tendency for some people to actually spend the day on their own. You might really feel like you don't want any company. You'd rather spend the day just in quiet contemplation, meditation, or in spiritual study. I think that's going to be very nice. But there's a very gentle, wise energy to the day, which I think is going to be well needed after the week that we will have had. Yes, and it is very much about coming into a deeper understanding of where we come from and what we're here to do. That we are sovereign beings, you know, that we do have the right to access this information, although there are people who want to call themselves the sovereign. But you know what? You're a sovereign being. We all are. That's ridiculous. And then there's this one person that wants to wear the crown. But we all have a crown chakra. You know, this is part of the trick that's been pulled on humanity, on the common man, shall we say. He was told that he was not sovereign. He did not have a crown. We're all sovereign beings. We all have a crown chakra. What are you talking about? This is ridiculous, you know. And I think we're really starting to remember a lot of the wisdom. It's a real day for attending mystery school, I want to say, on Sunday. And I think some of us, it will literally just be that inspiration will come through to us, or whatever we're doing. I think some of the messages may actually just come through from soul, from higher aspects of self there, because there's a real shift into a higher dimensional reality for some people coming in on Sunday. And I think that's going to be absolutely fascinating and completely unique for each one of us. But it's really, really coming through here, through the hollow bone, which allows us to channel that information from spirit. So let's move on to our spiritual guidance message for the week here. Okay, we have number 14, balance. We have the 8 of earth. And we have number 11, strength. Okay. Sorry about my lighting there. See if I can move that. No, that's not going to work. Right. So 14. That's interesting. It's sitting right on their halo. 14, balance. Now, this is a theme that was coming up quite a lot in my 666 reading with Chrissy, which I do recommend watching. And this is temperance. This is an energy I was talking about. So there's the water flowing from cup to cup here. It is about being in balance, remaining in balance right now. And that's a great message for this week. And we actually have 2 major arcana cards here from the fairy tarot. We have strength, the reminder that what truth strength looks like is not about dominating someone else or being able to hit them harder or being able to run faster. That is not true strength. True strength is about self-mastery. Okay, just going to say that one more time. Truth strength is about self-mastery. That's what truth strength is. It's not about being physically stronger than the next person. And I think we're really coming into that much more balanced way of thinking now. That's what's coming in for me this week off the back of that 666 portal, which is not evil or bad at all. And I've explained that in my other video. But there is a need for us to study and for us to practice this as well, because this is a very new way of being. You know, we go to school and we're taught that the person that gets the best grades is the good child. The person that can run fast is the one that gets the gold medal. You know, and not all of us can do that. Even if we want to, there can only be one winner in that kind of situation. And I don't think that takes us forwards. That prioritises a very few people who have specific physical or intellectual attributes, and it locks the rest of us out and makes us feel like we're unworthy. And I think that's a very unhelpful thing to do. There are merits in that, but the fact that our whole society is focused purely on who's the strongest, fastest, cleverest, whatever, is extremely unhelpful for us on an individual level, for our soul progress and for our emotional well-being as well. So it's all about balance. It is a good day to go into spiritual study again. Not day, week. It's a good week for spiritual study because I think there's going to be a lot of aha moments. I think there's going to be a lot of wisdom coming through. And this is really, for me, this shows that humanity is moving more and more into the energy of the age of Aquarius there. Because the age of Pisces was all about push, drive, strive. I'm the strongest, I'm better than you. Whereas Aquarius is not about that. Aquarius is about who am I, what do I want to do with it? It's far more interesting. It's about breaking the mold and experiencing and things and experimenting with things on that very Uranian energy where we can do anything. Yay, let's go and fly. Let's sprout wings and go flying. It's a very, very different energy, and I think we'll start to see that this week. So try to stay balanced. Try not to fall into difficulty, into despair, into difficult thought patterns. I mean, you know, because you are very much in control of your life. You're far more in control than you may realise, and you are absolutely in control of your thoughts. All right. There are people around us who will try to control our thoughts, try to distract our attention, to make us think things, believe things, focus on things. But it's up to you to have the resolve and the strength of mind not to fall for those tricks, not to fall for those parlour tricks. And to go along with other people's agendas. This is about building the new church now. If we look in the background there, look at that. I just want to show you the background. There's like a corridor all lit up. We're going towards our new reality. You can see like almost like a city or a cathedral or something in the background here, but it's very sacred, very beautiful. That's what we're going towards now. Okay, and we have to find the path to get there. And we will not get there by carrying on with the old patterns of the world that we have followed so far. So yes, it may look like everything is literally falling around our ears this week, but it is necessary so that we can build the new. And I've said that a few times before. We have to build the new while the old is still falling. We do not have the luxury of sitting back watching it fall and then making a plan. We must plan and build now. Now we must plan and build. So have a wonderful week, everybody. Please do remember to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment if there's something you'd like to share. Let me know if you are enjoying this format of reading video rather than watching me in front of the camera. And I will see you all again soon.